In Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready? 53, check 53. Switch up, switch up. Watch it.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And an alley to Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. All day.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Mayfield to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Let's go. Let's go. 180.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Orson Charles, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Dancing to his left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Tight dog.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson flush to his right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Ingram churning. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Flushed out right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Mayfield on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Mayfield. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Mayfield with it once more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They go play action. Mayfield letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
To throw, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
53, Mike. Kill.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 14-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards there and a first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game. It's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
At the Ravens' 28-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Mayfield to throw it this time. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 11-yard line.
On second and 9, Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for Roberts. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And some room to roam now. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. Flush to his right. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Check pass, check pass.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Now Landry. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They'll get 34 yards there. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jannard Avery leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25, only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Room here to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike 48. Mike 48. Check.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this